Hey there, Dr. Brian here. Why is sleep important? It's a good question, and one I think that we underestimate the significance of. There's some good quality studies that show that we are generally as a population sleep deprived. We're sleeping too late, we're not well rested, we're arguably not doing the things we should do to take advantage of what sleep should do when we are in bed. So it's an important part of the day when we go to bed, and that the body goes into a rest, recuperation and regeneration phase called parasympathetic. Now, what that does is the body uses various chemistry to actually shut down the brain and let the body repair itself. When we sleep well and the body releases melatonin, which is part of the sulfate cycle, that's very important because what it essentially does is take out the garbage. So all the waste products from the neural activity during the day gets collected and taken away via blood supply, so that in the morning your brain is literally refreshed. It's had all the rubbish taken out, and it's a nice, clean, fresh environment for the body to function again. If your sleep isn't of the best quality, then you don't drop through the various brainwave stages, so the brain goes into that clear and reorganization. And we've all heard of rapid eye movement and the other phases of sleep where the deep rest and recuperation work gets done through the whole body. Now we know it's very repairing to have a good sleep, and it's very aware of that when we put small children to bed. So when they're crotchety and upset and tired, hard to console, and we know they're overtired. So you put them to bed, and in the morning they're like brand new. They bounce out of bed and wake us up. But as an adult, we're crotchety, tired and easily upset, but we don't necessarily put ourselves to bed early. There's too much to do. There's a favourite TV show to watch. There are other things that keep us up, and we might not get to bed till midnight. And then we get up early, maybe between 5 and 7 to start our day, and up early often woken by those small children that are now completely repaired after 10 to 12 hours sleep. So we should really be achieving a little bit more sleep, and the quality of the sleep should be better. So there's a number of key things that we can do to improve that. Now, melatonin is actually part of the sleep cycle. It needs to be sulfated, and there's an understanding that the melatonin carries sulfate to the pineal gland. It's activated via sunlight. But when we go into end of the day, it gets dark and we close our eyes, the brain releases the sulfate, which is held by the serotonin, and the sulfate does the rubbish removal. So if we don't get enough sunlight during the day, we don't get sun on our skins, and we aren't eating some sulfur in our diet, so that the eNOS, the little enzyme in the skin, can turn sulfur into sulfate by adding an oxygen to it. Super clever, super fabulous. 10 minutes of sunlight when it's bright during the day is sufficient to achieve that. So you don't need to be out in the sun all day. And you do need some early and late sun in the eyes to activate the pineal gland. So sunrise and sunset, a little bit of sunlight, not through sunglasses or optical glasses, is helpful. So there's a few tips to help you. Now, a good pillow is a secondary mechanical support for the neck and improves sleep quality. Good posture always improves efficiency of the body, and a good pillow will help. And what a surprise, we've got the best pillow in the world for sale for you, and you could buy one of those through the pillow funnel that you'll find in the description of this little clip, so down below. And in there's a sleep report, there's exercises, there's all sorts of bonuses that make the pillow really good value. And so good sleep, waking refreshed, let's include the basics, so good food, good diet, good pillow, to bed at a reasonable hour. The hot tip would be in summer, 6 hours seems to be a good number, and in winter, when you've only got 8 hours of daylight and a lot of darkness, 16 hours of dark, then you actually really should be sleeping maybe between 8 and 10 hours. That would be natural, and that will be working with the environment and ensuring we get the best out of ourselves. So, maybe we just don't need to watch that TV series late. There's so much technology that allows us to watch it later. You aren't needing to stay up to watch it, even the news. It'll be old news, but you can look at it later. Or better just don't look at the news because it'll only upset you. It's rare things that are happening in particular environments, and they're probably not in your neighbourhood. You'll know if it is. So look after yourself, follow some of the rules. There's some good tips inside this information and product funnel. So I'd love for you to have the quality of a great Sisal pillow, the better quality sleep, waking refreshed and feeling better every day. Look forward to seeing you soon. All the best.